he would become the richest man in modern history, the first American billionaire, an empire builder, and a legendary philanthropist. But his first business lesson didn't come from a boardroom. It came from watching his father sell colored water in a bottle, claim it was medicine, and convince desperate people it would cure them. John D. Rockefeller's two teachers, a con artist and a saint. One was his father, the other was his mother. And the battle between their values didn't just shape a man, it built the template for American capitalism itself. His father, Big Bill Rockefeller, was a charmer and a ghost, a traveling doctor who sold Rockefeller's golden liniment, a bottle of mostly petroleum and herbs as a cure-all. He was a bigamist, a cheat, and a womanizer who would disappear for months, then return with pockets full of cash and wild stories. His mother, Eliza, was the anchor, a devout, severe Baptist who kept the family together in poverty. She taught her children that waste was a sin, debt was a trap, and that God expected you to give away 1/10 of everything you earned. Her house was of prayer, discipline, and quiet desperation. Young John watched his father lie. He watched his mother pray, and he made a silent calculation. He would take his father's ambition, but armor it in his mother's discipline. At 16, he became a bookkeeper. He kept a ledger he called Ledger A, recording every cent he earned and spent. He gave his tithe to the church. He saved relentlessly. He was, in essence, building a fortress of order against the chaos his father represented. When oil was discovered in Pennsylvania, others saw a gold rush. Rockefeller saw a math problem. The industry was wasteful, volatile, and emotional, just like his father. He would make it efficient, predictable, and disciplined, just like his mother. He founded Standard Oil. He didn't just compete, he systematized. He bought rivals, cut costs, and vertically integrated every step. Critics called him a monopolist, a robber baron. He saw it as eliminating sin, the sin of waste, the sin of inefficiency. His father's spirit was in the ruthless deals, the silent partnerships, the relentless expansion. His mother's spirit was in the ledger books, the plowed-back profits, the 10% tithe he never missed. At the height of his power, he controlled 90% of America's oil. He was the most hated and admired man in the country. And then he began to give it all away. He funded universities, medical research, and scientific foundations. He gave away over $500 million in his lifetime, the equivalent of hundreds of billions today. He became the greatest philanthropist the world had ever seen. Was this his mother's morality finally ascendant? Or was it the ultimate con, a strategic cleanse for a legacy stained by cutthroat tactics? The truth is, he never stopped being the son of both. The philanthropist who meticulously tracked every donation in his ledger. The billionaire who in his old age would entertain grandchildren by giving them dimes and teaching them the value of money. John D. Rockefeller's story isn't just a rags to riches tale. It's the blueprint for a uniquely American paradox, the fusion of unchecked ambition with rigid morality, the belief that you can build an empire by the rules of the street, then sanctify it with the rules of the church. We see his formula everywhere, in the tech titans who disrupt with one hand and donate with the other, in the obsession with scale married to the gospel of efficiency. He proved that the drive to accumulate and the drive to atone can come from the same source, a childhood split between a father who showed you how to take and a mother who taught you what you owe. The world's first billionaire was engineered by a con man's hunger and a saint's conscience. And in that unstable alloy, modern America was forged.